Over the past 35 years, Save a Canada donors have given the power of sight to over 4 million of the world's most vulnerable people. Thanks to your generosity and the belief that everyone deserves the right to sight, people like Edina can see again. When Edina was just 40 years old, she developed cataracts, causing her to lose her vision. Her family was forced to close their restaurant, and Edina had to rely on her husband and her son to care for her. She worried that she'd become a burden to her family because she was unable to function independently. 35 years ago, before Save a Canada, Edina would be facing a difficult future. Because she lives in a remote community in Tanzania, she wouldn't have had access to vision screening or known that her condition was treatable. Being poor, she wouldn't have been able to pay for care, let alone travel to the hospital. Thanks to your generosity, we can break down these barriers to accessing care. After hearing about a nearby screening camp, Edina and her husband walked through the jungle and carefully crossed a river to reach the site. There, Edina was examined by the local eye care team, who determined that she had treatable cataracts. She and her family were then transported to the hospital, where Edina received sight-restoring cataract surgery at no cost. On the morning after surgery, Edina's bandage was removed, and she saw clearly for the first time in years.
It's actually good.
Laughing joyfully, she looked across the room and saw her husband smiling at her. Thanks to you, now the family's future is full of potential. Her son can focus on school, and Edina and her husband can reopen their beloved restaurant. Edina is just one example of how, with your support, we are reaching the unreached. But we aren't done yet. 29 million people who are blind could see today and are still waiting for help. You can ensure people like Edina receive the eye care they need and deserve.